In this series on how I record, edit, and mix my personal audiobooks, after you've edited the entire audiobook, it's time to listen to your audiobook from start to finish one more time before you start to promote it. Now, what are you listening for when you listen to your entire audiobook one more time from start to finish? Well, number one, how does each audio start? Is there 2 to 3 seconds of silence? Does it sound devoid of any strange noises? Fix what you hear, if you hear anything, and then keep listening to that audio track, making corrections as you come across them. Number two, consistency in tone and voice, even volume. How do you sound throughout the entire audiobook? Does your voice or volume fluctuate? Yes or no? Does it sound consistent or inconsistent? Re-record anything wrong, and that could mean an entire chapter. You got to do it if it sounds inconsistent with the other chapters. Number three, any mistakes or errors. Did you hear anything? Any new mistakes or errors by listening to your audiobook that you missed or didn't get fixed? You got to fix them. And because the audiobook is actually edited quite well, you did a good job. This is the time to be very scrutinizing. Be very sensitive to, what was that? What was that? Did I hear a little noise? Be very detailed in your audio listening to pick up anything that just mistakes, errors, noises, anything. Fix it and move on. And number four, outros and endings. How does each audiobook recording end? How do certain sections within the audiobook end? Good, not good? Any strange noises, or fix anything that needs to be fixed once and for all? You cleaned up the intros, or you found an intro that wasn't great, so you fixed it. You listened throughout the book, and you fixed the middle part. Now it's time for the outros and the endings. How do they sound? Clean? Do they have their 2 to 3 seconds of silence? I hope so. All right, good. Well, after you're done initially recording your entire audiobook and editing it, take a few days off. You spent a lot of time already editing it as is, so take some time off and get well rested. And then come back to listen to it in its entirety when you're fresh. Now, while there are several ways to listen to your audio, for me, I like to listen to my audiobook tracks right inside the audio recording program that I recorded them in so that I can fix the mistakes as I hear them. Sure, you could transfer this audio to your phone or to the internet or something like that, but what are you going to do? You're going to listen to the audio and make little scratch notes on pieces of paper? Or how are you going to notate the errors that you fix and the minute marker? No, just pain and suffering. Sit down once again at your desk and clean up this audio from start to finish. Now, inside SoundForge Audio Studio, let's open up each audio program either one by one and listen to your audio and fix any errors that you find from start to finish per audio track. Here we are opening up just one audio, and we're just going to go through it. We're going to listen, and we're going to, there's something I got to fix. And then once you're done fixing it, close this audio window after you save your work, and just make note that, this audio was edited, okay? Now, one way to make note that this audio recording track was edited is to close it and then go open up the next audio track that you want to edit. But before you do, you could just come over here and you could rename this audio with an exclamation point and a space. And what does that do? Well, it still keeps the title of this audio track in its position as you proceed to edit each audio track. But what does the exclamation point do? It identifies that this audio is a 100% or 99.9% edited to your satisfaction, and it's ready for public consumption. It's ready to promote. So as you go through each audio track, and you go through and you do your edits, and here we are, we're editing it, and let's say we've zoomed in and zoomed out, and we're just cleaning things up, and here was something I wanted to fix. Once you're done, go ahead and close the window, save your work. And then before you go and choose the next audio track to edit, look, we have an indicator that says, oh, here's the last audio track that I edited, and I'm going to place a exclamation point and a space right there. Now take a look. We've got two completely identifiable audio tracks that we have edited. This is very nice and very cool. And like I said, we'll just go ahead and open up the next one. Go ahead and zoom in and zoom out and do all your editing that you like to do, and take that out. And oh, what's that? Take that out? No. Listen for the intro and the outro and go to the very end. And yeah, just listen. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's take that out. And let's close the window and click yes, save my work. And then before I proceed to open up the next audio to be edited, I'm going to go to the one I just edited, and I'm going to rename this, and I'm just going to place an exclamation point and a space right after that, and bam. And before you know it, I'm identifying all of the audios that I have done my once through once again for the last time. And then all of these audios will have an identifier of the exclamation point that say, hey, all of these were edited and they have my final blessing. So let's open up this next one. And again, we're just going to proceed to listen to it from start to finish, listening for anything that's in here. We're blowing things up and expanding so we can see, oh, what's that? Delete that. Going through here. Yeah. Okay, got that. Excellent. This is good. Clean, pure, lots of silence at the front and the beginning. Close this window, save your work. Go ahead and open. And before you proceed to the next audio track, go ahead and rename this, and then place an exclamation point and a space bar. Now, these are just suggestions. You don't have to do it, but it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Or make personal note on a piece of paper or whatever you want to do, just to identify which audios truly have your blessing and you've gone through them entirely and they're clean and they're ready for promotion. All right. Well, once you have all of these audios completely edited, and I mean they're all edited. Let's say that each one of them had their exclamation point, and I'm just going through this real quickly for the sake of seeing it visually as to what this looks like when all of the audios have been completely gone through, because they all have that exclamation point. You've identified, yeah, I've done it. I've gone through all of the audio. Well, now, what do I do? Well, before you go and promote the audio online, many places online that will promote your audiobook want MP3 files. They don't want WAV. WAV is too big of a file. So I'll show you in the next video tutorial how to convert all of these audio tracks for your audiobook into MP3 format really fast. Okay? All right. So let's continue to the next video tutorial and let's convert all these WAV files into MP3. Come on, let me show you how to do that real quick.